do it and why.
Do you have any thought that the world's going to end?
No, but with that question, do you just want to like take 3 deep breaths? Like just to like start in? How about we just, okay. Exhale all of your air. Ready? Exhale everything through your nose. Exhale, not inhale. You're a really hard person to teach to breathe.
This is bullshit.
Inhale through your nose. One more at the top. Exhale through your mouth straw.
So the world's not going to end?
2 more. Inhale through your nose. 1 more at the top. Exhale, straw. Inhale through your nose.
What the fuck?
Sniff at the top. Exhale. Okay.
All right. So why do we do that?
Because we just got done like meeting and chaos, and we just needed to like segue over.
Okay. So now,
Also, there's like a lot of testosterone in this environment that I have to just like, whoop,
you know what? There's a girl who used to
I got to
work.
settle in.
Well, there's a girl who used to work for us, and say, "Oh boy," when there's all guys arguing or something, she'd be like, "All right, time's for me to leave. We're playing the whose dick is bigger game." And it was so true because we would all be like, slowly, like, "Oh yeah, it should be blue."
I
asshole.
mean, the amount of dick metaphor and analogies in the business world is astounding. It's amazing. Like, don't step on my dick.
Of course, that's very
dick,
common.
like, you know, size contest shit, you
Get
know.
your dick out of your hand.
You know, don't piss on my territory,
Attaboy,
you know, that kind of
I
stuff.
love the joke where you get two people get together. One guy stands on the right, one guy stands on the left, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you look at the one, you go, "Hey, left nut," and the other one goes, "Hey, right nut," and you go, "Hey, what's in the middle?" "It's a dick."
Like, what the fuck?
Listen, some things are just fun. Why wouldn't you tell dick jokes? You don't have one.
Because I don't have a dick. That's one of the biggest reasons I don't tell dick jokes.
Listen, you're my daughter. I love you dearly. Men.
This usually ends badly.
Men are driven by a force that you do not understand. You don't.
You've been telling me since I was 16. It took a few
Punches.
years
Yeah.
to figure that out.
Yeah.
But
No, but the force is beyond anything a woman can imagine.
I'm so thankful I don't know what
It's
you're talking about.
overpowering. It's like a superpower.
I don't want to know
When it first all comes flooding into your body, you have no idea why, nor do you know why you all of a sudden got it. It just comes in as a wild force.
I'm trying to think of a response, and I just like I don't
It
even
rolls.
have anything.
It comes in like a jet engine. And I think for a lot of men, this is true.
Yeah.
How long does that jet engine? How long does it take the fuel to burn down to where he's at the position to actually look at life without that being the driving force?
I'm just gonna ask: are we talking about a sex drive?
You're my daughter, but
I mean,
yes.
this is
Yes,
going to be
it's
an
a
interesting.
testosterone,
Yeah,
yes.
this is going to be an interesting episode.
Okay, well, listen.
Father
maybe
daughter talk about men's sex drive. What the fuck?
This is fucked up. All right, listen. We're going to call this. We're going to start.
I mean, we could get really personal about.
No, I don't want to know that shit.
No, I was going to say. Well, okay, I don't
Go
know.
ahead. What were you going to say?
I was going to say when I was a teenager and I was very distraught about my dating life, and I like came to you for advice and realized that you were like the absolutely like wrong person to be asking about.
What did I say? I don't remember what the hell I said.
I don't even know either. I just remember the feeling of being in the car being like, oh, what does it mean when this happens? And you were like asking me questions about like what had taken place between my boyfriend and I, because I was like so naive.
Yeah.
And such an idiot.
Yeah. I mean, I was curious because you were.
But you were like devastated, and I figured that out at 16 very quickly.
No, well, you were too honest.
Sex ed does nothing is what the basis of this conversation.
A lot of times my daughters would tell me things because I wanted them to, and I really tried to get them to be open and honest. And then they might tell me shit, and I'd be like, fuck, I didn't want to know that.
I can't even imagine.
You know, I didn't.
I mean, you're surrounded by 5 girls who are really comfortable talking about pretty much every single topic under the sun.
Yeah. And you sit to that. What I learned for anybody who's going to be a parent is they start to tell you something. Do not respond at the moment. Try to just look
smart.
without, just stoically, because the child, you don't want to go, what?
Right.
And then they just shut down.
Yeah.
So
you did a good job of
just
that.
Stare and be like, in your mind, you're like,
why the fuck am I in this
Excuse
situation?
me. What? My advice right now is you shut up. Okay? Because this is really bumming me out. Seriously bumming me out.
Oh, God.
And I know you had a baby. I know it was, I know that it was what
okay.
they call
We got to get off
immaculate
this
conception.
conversation. Yeah.
Immaculate
That's
conception.
exactly.
Okay, get out. This is fucked up.
I know.
All right,
Can
we're
we
going to
not?
start the show.
We started the show.
Okay, no.
We started the show with that.
Okay, no. Okay, so let's get the show started.
Okay.
Okay. This last time we did this, which we're doing it again this time just for fun, really. It's a Christmas holiday. We're in here testing these people who do the video. We seem to like them. Their personalities I'm not fond of.
Shut up.
Okay. Nor their appearance.
Okay, move on.
So now it boils down to just their production ability. Okay.
Okay.
So,
How about you interview me this time? Because I interviewed you last time.
so it's just the Mark Howley Show?
Yeah.
It's kind of boring, isn't it?
I've never been a guest on your show.
All right, this does it. All right, bullshit. All right, listen.
Yeah, whip it out.
Okay. Whoa,
That's
whoa,
another
whoa.
dick metaphor for you. There you go. I'm a dude now. It's infiltrating my femininity.
I can't go. Dear Lord, send me up to the sky. That's a Catholic thing. Okay?
Yeah.
I was beaten by Catholic.
Nuns.
8 years of all Catholic school.
I know. Did nothing to you. You're still a sinner.
The little tiny boy's outfit with the emblem here didn't matter. Didn't matter. They can take my words. But
You can dress a sinner, but you can't take the sin out of him.
there you go. Or the other one we used to say is, they can make us say it, but they'll never take our mind. Which is actually pretty cool. And then all boys Catholic school, same routine. So anyway, now this is the Mark Howley Show. And we are ready.
Smallest applause ever.
Yeah. My audience is so excited to have us here. So I'm not. I'm bored. I'm like, I have to talk to my goddamn daughter again.
Well, I feel like actually just because our last episode was so long ago, and since I feel like not a lot of people do know, I'm your oldest daughter.
You are. Well,
Yeah.
I go through that.
Well, no, not very often, but I just figured.
Okay, rip it.
Yeah, I'm your oldest daughter of
What's your
5
name?
girls. Bridget Moore, maiden name Bridget Howley, as you like to keep
Moore's a
calling
bullshit
me.
name. Bridget Howley's your name.
I like my new name, but
whatever.
I'm always going to be a Howley girl at heart,
we go.
obviously.
There we
Yeah,
go. Good
and a
girl.
Philly girl at heart.
There we go.
So,
Ooh, ooh,
yeah,
ooh.
yeah. Go Eagles, go
Fucking A.
Phillies.
Go Eagles.
Yeah, exactly. So, and I do all of our basically like, I don't know, guest coordinating, producing.
Bunch of shit in the background. It's hard work. I'm glad I don't do it.
Yeah, exactly. Because, you're just the talent. So,
Well, a lot of times that's it.
yeah.
I come in. I get fucked up before I come in.
Yeah.
Today I'm just fucking
I know.
wasted on
You're just
dab.
like taken, wasted on a dab. That's,
And I'm clean. Dabs are not part of recovery. Okay.
you're California sober.
Even if you go to an AA meeting, they're like, anybody get fucked up this week aside from dabs?
Do they really?
No, what?
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't go to AA meetings. I'm like, do they actually ask people just weed out the weed?
No, they just say that, anybody get fucked up or
I
anybody
feel like,
no, they don't ask that. They just go, some people will just raise their hand and just, break into tears, and then we're like in the meeting, like, all right, shut the fuck up.
okay, you can't talk shit on AA meetings.
Okay, this fucking joke.
I know, but I'm giving you shit about it because they're vulnerable people.
Very vulnerable. I take advantage of them.
Oh my God.
I'm on 2 committees up there. There is drama. Oh, I won't talk to anybody about it. No, I won't.
Yeah, we're not gonna. Well,
We're
we're gonna get off of this.
Do you know our secret handshake?
That's like the Mormons. They have secret handshakes.
Okay, well, you don't be
in their
critical.
temple.
Don't be critical.
It's hard to not be critical of.
Okay. All right. So now you're the first daughter. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then who came behind you?
Well, Corey, but we don't need to go through the whole family
Why
pool
run through? What the fuck?
because I'm the most important.
Okay, I know that, but I know that wasn't what you. We got 4 of them tucked in a closet at home.
Yeah.
So we
tucked into a
got
closet.
Corrine. Now who's number 3?
Corey. Well, yeah.
You don't remember?
Maura, Phoebe, and Tatum.
Okay,
of course
Maura,
I
Phoebe, and
remember.
Tatum.
I just didn't know if the conversation really.
Okay, well,
needed to go
if you go
into
through it and this was
sisters,
not
but
planned, you got BCMPT.
Or alphabetical.
It's alphabetical.
Yeah.
So really, we didn't know that until after we had the fourth. And we're thinking, well, what name are we going to give now? And then we're like, oh, shit, we're alphabetical. Let's go for something above P. And a lot of people probably don't remember Tatum O'Neal.
I know.
Yeah, she's a famous actress, real young actress.
And she's
beautiful.
beautiful.
We're like, oh, yeah, Tatum O'Neal's cool. So we named her Tatum. And that was it. We didn't really care. Just another girl. The hell,
I remember when Mom picked that name out. I thought it was horrible.
I remember
being like, totem pole.
I
sounds
remember
like that just sounds weird.
I don't know whether
now I love it.
I don't know whether you remember. I do remember when we said we're having a fifth baby, and you were like 12 or 13.
I was pissed.
No, I think you had a brief understanding of biologically what had to happen.
No, I had actually just gone through the course in school where they go into how the egg drops through the fallopian tubes and all that. Why does this topic keep coming up?
Because I'm just no.
What the fuck? Anyway,
okay,
so I went
my bad.
through.
If we're going there, it's my fault. I
went
do that.
through this whole course, and of course,
conception.
Went through all of that, not really understanding it in an integrated way, just in a theoretical way. And then you guys broke this news to me, and I remember sitting with Mom, explaining to her how she got pregnant. Literally, I was like, oh, okay, so this is what happened. This is what happened, that you're now in this situation, but not really fully understanding what I was telling her. But I wonder if she remembers that, because I remember feeling really smart.
I know, but I want to break in. Let's move on to something else, because this is fucking
I just thought it was kind of funny.
That's all right, because somehow I managed to tell me about Boise.
Boise. Well, Boise used to be where everyone made fun of me for living, and is now one of. Yes, it is Boise.
Not Boise.
I mean, you can call it that, but everyone will know that you're not from there, which you're not. So it's fine, Boise, I guess. Man. Whatever you want to do. But yeah, I don't know what else. What is there to say about it other than
that's where you live? What do you?
It's where I live. Yes, and it's where now everyone seems to want to be moving, but
which is driving rates up quite a bit.
Yeah, it has driven rates up quite a bit, but
you get all the coast people who have a bunch of equity, and they're getting a little sick of the coast, so they unload. They go to Boise, they go to Bend. That's another one, Bend, Oregon.
Yeah, well, Ben's been kind of. I feel like Ben's been in the picture longer than Boise has, just because Idaho has had a somewhat bad rep for its. Well, it's sort of known as this racist state, which it does have some of that going on. I'm not going to just say that's all myth, but
it becomes pretty rural,
but that's not. I mean, that's not the entire vibe of the state anymore.
Not at
and
all.
Boise itself is very mixed. It's purple, if you would give it a color for politics, but still pretty run by the red around.
Is red ring. Republican?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I get my colors all fucked up.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
You've been here so many more decades than me. It's never changed.
There's an elephant and a donkey.
Yeah.
I think the elephant's Republican.
Yes, and blue is Democrat, and the lion. I don't know actually
why. Red? It's a goddamn elephant. Why did they make it red?
I don't know why it's
fucking gray.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna Google it while we're sitting here, because I'm actually very curious. Let's see.
Why is red Republican?
Is the red
while you're talking about it,
elephant.
I gave money to the Rhino Association recently. Did you know that? I watched.
No.
I watched. Okay, it's 1 a.m. when I'm reading National Geographic, and they have these pictures of all these rhinos with just their husks cut off. And I guess folks in the east part of the world use that for some reason, that it makes them live longer, make their skin better. Of course, may make their dick better, which everything is in the world, it seems.
Back to the
So anyway,
dicks.
I was pissed off. I looked at them. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing?
Can I read this to you now?
Sure, let's go back on that.
It's kind of depressing to talk about rhinos.
We're off to elephants.
Okay. It is thought that the Republican elephant was first used in an Illinois newspaper back in an 1860 presidential election campaign, the time of Abe Lincoln.
No shit.
By the end of the 19th century, both the Republican elephant and the Democrat donkey were firmly associated with the parties thanks to their use in cartoons and large circulation newspapers. So really just entertainment.
But we don't have any
no real
reason,
significance.
But we don't have any, like, it sounds to me like an elephant is something that doesn't move. While a donkey's running all around the goddamn place.
Yeah, they definitely have different energetic.
Implying that they don't want to be more, they want to be more traditional. They don't want, they're fat. That's not nice.
Well, I mean, the donkeys are asses. So, I mean, I don't think either one has like.
Especially if, I'm an older white man with money. This is a bad spot
So you're also an
right
asshole.
Now. Yeah, right off the bat.
We hate you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then.
But we want your money.
Of course.
Like, keep making money. But just like, don't keep it for yourself. Okay.
Here we go.
What the fuck?
So anyway, there was a point in time where I drove a Mercedes SL 550. Fancy. Anybody just know what that means? That means I'm rich cool.
Okay.
Don't get me wrong. Rich cool.
Got it.
So my daughters, maybe not you at the time, they would ask me not to pick them up at school in that car. They would be like, Dad.
Who said that?
Phoebe, Corey, Tatum. They would just be like,
I was
Dad.
the first, so no one picked me up from school. I rode the bus.
Yeah, so they'd be like, Dad, can you just,
I didn't get that luxury.
You just kind of look like a dick in that car. And I'd be like, what? That's not fair. I worked hard for a car like this. Why would I
actually ask you not to pick them up in my
car?
They did.
They would say, yeah. I remember a couple times, Dad, when he's like, just go around the corner. I don't get picked up in that car. Really, it happened to me. So I told them, because I am a dick from that point forward, you know what I'm going to do? I would drive up to cars that were like kind of shitty, roll down my window, and just look at them like, you scum. I did. Because I thought, I got to elevate myself.
Yeah, right.
My ego is tragic, and my self-worth is horrible.
Is this another dick thing?
No, but when I saw these people who were poor in shitty cars, it made me feel good about myself. Because I saw them and I thought, oh, they're poor. Their life sucks. That car probably needs work. Not me. Not me.
Good to know.
Yeah, not me. I don't care.
Good.
Someone would say, hey, I got money. Fuck you. Give me any money. Go to hell. You in that shitty car. Look at me in the 550 SL. Why the hell would I give you money? I stole all mine. All right, so another question. How much do you remember your childhood in Philadelphia?
How much do I remember my childhood in Philadelphia? Quite a bit. I had kind of a picturesque childhood.
You did.
Yeah.
You did.
I mean, we had like a giant backyard and that adorable creek that ran through it and the bamboo forest and all the kids in the neighborhood.
It wasn't as big as you envisioned it.
Probably because I was a little smaller, but it was still a large backyard. I've Zillowed that house.
Yeah, it was. It was big. Because back there, back then, it was cheap at the time. It was like $130,000, which wasn't even back. Well, it sucked up all my money, and we were just, basically barely paying bill to bill. No, I shouldn't say that. We were fine.
What I remember of it is just a lot of good memories.
It was a little tiny brick house.
I know. Like I said, I Zillowed it a few times because I was kind of like, I want this house as my first house. But
that's weird.
No, it's just so sweet. Like all I remember is Mom working on it and like making it all cute and cozy. I just have memories of her stamping the grapes in the kitchen and me helping her do that, and the rope swings that we had in the back.
Do you remember when I put on a new roof?
You did not put on a new roof. I'm like, I don't need a childhood memory to know that's bullshit.
If I put a new roof on, it would fall.
We would have been dead.
Oh yeah,
we wouldn't be having this
would
conversation right now.
I'd be like, fuck this, I'm not doing a roof.
No. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. I was thinking about that time that we moved. I think about the time that we moved a lot, actually, just as I've gotten older, because
Let me break in a minute. There was a group of guys who painted named the Clevenger Twins. It was true. It's like a movie. The Clevenger Twins. They looked the same. Come into the house. And they had painted. So I don't even know the names, just clever. So Mom says, I want to get this particular color of the baseboards, right? And it's like, I don't know, what, some lighter color that, whatever. She had selected. I'm like, right. When they completed, she was in tears.
She didn't like the color.
I know. And the Clevengers were beside themselves. And we said, can you do it again? And they did it, but they didn't charge us as much because of the Clevenger twins. So they're really nice.
That's
then there was
great.
another
Thank
guy
you, Clevenger twins.
who used to come into our house. Oh, fuck, I used to know his name. I should know it. I'll remember it. But he was doing work when we built the basement. He would come in the house. Mom would be alone every day. He'd come in, go into our center little tiny, tiny bathroom that was on the first floor, take an enormous shit.
What?
Oh, I mean,
That's so awkward.
Mom would be like, he comes in every day. I'm going to head right in here. You know?
Oh my God. That's
Big,
painful.
enormous turd. And then get up and just go to work as though nothing happened. I smoke a lot of bogues too.
I mean, that's kind of bold. Like, I love the unapologetically showing up, you know.
No, it's gross.
Is it a man thing again? Marking your territory?
No, I don't go take turds in somebody's house. Come on. Come on.
I don't either, so I don't
But there was
know.
one
So I had
time,
to
I'll tell you
ask.
this. This was a freaky time, right? I'm at a customer and I'm up in Vermont, right? And Vermont's, you know, kind of, they think they're really cool and hip. It's just Vermont, the little skinny thing that gets cold.
I've been to Vermont.
Yeah, I know. It's not the rock and roll about. But anyway,
I love New England.
New England's cool, but it's boring.
For you.
Yeah, it's boring.
I like boring.
Well,
That's
no,
why I live in
walk
Boise.
around. Ooh, anybody got something to say? No, we're just from Vermont. We do maple. But anyway, so they go and I'm in the bathroom with this customer and I'm trying to get some business, bag business. You remember I built a bag empire?
Vaguely.
Yeah, small bag empire, very small, but it was my empire. Anyway, so I'm in there trying to sell bags for dog food. And the guy just got a bag supplier. So I'm somehow trying to talk him out of it without bad talking that bag guy. I'm just saying like, hey man, are you happy with your bags? Yeah, I'm happy. Why?
This is an interesting sales tactic.
What type of opportunity would I have? In sales, let me just tell you something before I go on with my story. You always ask what's called open-ended questions. You never say, are you happy? And you say, oh, what's making you happy today? You have to answer.
Got it.
It's a qualified answer. We call them the 6 serving men.
Got it.
Why, who, what, how, when, where. All of those require an answer.
It's also how you like write a novel.
Yeah, so you got them trapped.
Gotcha.
So where are you buying them? And they'll be like,
When do they get here? How are they made?
slower. You can't freak them out.
Oh, got
Why?
it. Sorry.
Why are you buying them?
I'm
Where
not
are
a
you buying 'em?
salesperson.
When are you going to buy them?
I would be like, oh, you
Who
don't
are you
want
gonna
it?
get 'em from?
Gotta go.
Where? Why did I hear their jerk-offs? Oh, we all know the situation there with drugs. You ever hear about it? It's really sad, but they got back on their feet. Anyway, I'm at lunch, right? The urge hits me that I have to use the restroom.
Okay.
Okay. Now it's back to the restroom. As you can see, I'm struggling around different parts of my body in this particular conversation.
Yeah.
So we're going to go on. You're my daughter. You can handle this. I go into the bathroom. It's a relatively small bathroom in this very nice kind of B&B thing. I use the restroom. Now, during the flushing, we have a problem. Okay, a problem. A big problem.
I'm assuming you can't flush the toilet.
Yes, and and water is starting to come up.
I have a story that beats this story.
No, let me complete my story. So it's coming up to the tippy top. So what is a man to do?
Run.
Okay, I leave, and here's the good thing I do. Lock the door behind me.
That's so fucked up, honestly.
So I figure
I'm like,
nobody can
what?
open the door and go, that last guy came out and took a big turd, and it's...
So they think someone's like in there.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay,
I'm back at my seat. And
I'm gonna one up
this
the story,
move.
and then we're gonna move on from
one me
the
up.
potty
Is this a
talk.
girl telling a potty tongue?
Well, it's not really as yours is kind of gross. Mine is when you shipped me to El Salvador
Oh, that was fun.
when I
Shipped you
had
off to El
my
Salvador.
19-year-old existential crisis.
Yeah, we shipped her off to El Salvador. Get the fuck out of here. Check that out.
Well,
you think things are shitty? Go there.
I mean, yeah, kind of. But, for me, it was amazing. But anyway, we're in a small coastal town. I'm out to dinner with Annabelle and my host mom, and she whatever, is showing me this beautiful area on the coast of El Salvador. And I go to the bathroom, and like most people in the world, you don't want to touch the flusher.
Sure.
You just want to, hit it with your foot or whatever.
The flushing thing?
Yeah. Don't tell me you touch your...
You mean up here?
Well, mine's not up here. Mine's down low.
Oh, for your foot.
I'm a woman. I don't have like a urinal that like flushes at the top.
Oh, okay.
Just the flusher for the toilet.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, anyway.
I touch anything that you can flush with my hands. Go ahead.
Okay, we're going to take a moment and just never do that. That's so gross.
Okay, I'll never do it again.
And then also, if you do, wash your hands for 20 or more seconds.
20 seconds?
Yeah. Now that you are a grandfather and you're touching a baby, this is really important. Sing yourself happy birthday. This is like COVID 101.
No fucking way I'd make it to 20 seconds. No fucking way.
Who was Kathleen?
I'll just lie.
Kathleen, what's that comedian that we went to? Kathleen, oh my God, what's her name? It's going to drive me crazy.
It's the middle-aged
She does
woman.
a bit that, the Irish gal.
Like a little slightly heavy set.
Yeah, we don't.
Slightly. No, but I'm trying to describe her in my mind.
Yes,
I'm not trying to draw
she's
judgment
brunette.
on her.
Yes.
She was a little heavy.
Okay, anyway. She made a joke about how
Not
the
like
only thing
really
that
heavy.
I'm moving on.
I'm not saying like really heavy.
Dad. I want to tell the story.
Okay, sorry.
She made a joke about how in COVID, the only thing she learned how to do was to wash her hands properly. And that she realized that for her whole life, she's been washing her hands incorrectly and not killing one germ because the 3 seconds of water to soap to rinse and dry, which was all she was giving it, was not even remotely cutting it close. So maybe you can't touch the flusher and it doesn't do shit. But anyway, back to being in a coastal town in El Salvador, I go to flush the toilet and I hit it with my foot and the whole plumbing literally comes out of the wall. The pipe comes out of the wall.
Holy shit.
Like I hit, and I'm not kicking it with my foot. This is just, the gentle tap.
So,
and it
bang.
is spraying everywhere. Like
On you?
the toilet is literally exploding in this restaurant. Yes. And I didn't have the best Spanish, and I'm trying to explain to this waitress the gravity of the situation. I'm like, el baño. I'm literally just I'm freaking out.
Explodo.
And Annabelle was so embarrassed that she just paid the check and left. And she just rushed me out of there. She was so humiliated.
You were wet.
I was literally wet. We had to go get me a new change of clothes.
Any poop on you?
No, it was fresh water.
Yeah, that's what you
Fresh. Yeah.
Oh, thank God it wasn't like poop and everything flying
No,
out
I know.
at
I
you.
didn't know. If that was the case, I would have it would have been a whole. The story would have started.
Well, the Asian thing, right? So I'm an Asian in Beijing, right? One time, I'm really cool. I go all around the world. I could speak Asian.
That's you speak Asian?
Chinese.
I feel like we can't. We have to cut that out of the show because that's just
It's not Mal. I'm sorry. Take that out. Good God, that's horrible. But anyway, I'm in Beijing.
Just a whole continent.
Cruising around. And number one, I see this relatively, obviously, people have no money. And they're selling some little, those bowls that,
a singing bowl?
Singing bowl.
Yeah, Spencer just got me one for Christmas.
Yeah, so I'm looking at them and I'm like, I'm going to buy one, and they're like, whatever it is, 20 renminbi, which is not much money, So I'm like, I'm going to give them 25 renminbi. Well, I'm with the guy who's my broker. Mm-hmm. He comes in and starts yelling at them and drives them down to 4 renminbi.
Okay.
And I'm like, so we had to go from 20 to 4 on these people who can't barely eat dirt and they got a little kid?
I don't know.
That's not fair. So he gave him the 20. I circled back and gave him 25 more.
Wow.
I felt bad.
You're
and
so
25
generous.
is $1.
That's fucked up.
No, maybe $3. Over there, they love driving it home. So let me get back to my bathroom story. So I got out of there and I'm like, gave me a nervous wreck. So I think, oh my God, I could take a piss. Back to the urinals talk. So when I went in there, over there, you just pee in a hole. You ever seen the ones where you stand on each side over here like that and you just pee right into a hole?
No.
Oh, and if you stand like this and you're standing up and there's just a hole under you. People have been in, even in Europe, some of them. But if you have to poop, you have to squat down and poop where the hole is maybe 3 feet under you.
So you're camping all the time.
Well, yeah, it's kind of like, holy shit. But anyway, this time The bathroom is kind of tilted a little bit like this, downward. So if you want to get to the urinal, you have to walk through this water to go pee.
Okay.
And all the people in front of me, all the Chinese people in front of me, just walking down through the water, taking a pee and coming back. So I figure, when in Rome.
Yeah.
So I just go splashing through the woman, right through it.
There's some crazy culture out there. We just watched a documentary, Spencer and I, about, and I can't remember where this was. And I wish I could remember the name of the food. Pung something.
Bugs.
No, they go through the garbage of fried chicken places and they pick out all of the pieces that have like any amount of meat or even just like bone. And then they re-batter it and they refry it and they sell it as street food in like this, I don't know, small, I can't remember the town. It was, and the guy who, it feels a little weird watching like a obviously not poor Asian person like documenting this, like a documentary style. And he's like trying it. He's showing that this is like a common street food in this place. And it's,
where did COVID come from?
It was just so like, it was just devastating. I that's a level of,
I like to cook
diet
tarantula.
that I just did not, there's like food and then there's starving, right? Like there's no in between. Like eating food that's been eaten did not ever cross my mind. That's just like that's
a new one.
That was a new, that was like a new level of like, whoa, that's really, that's intense.
To say that. Now we did go to, I think one of the places that I found kind of trippy when we went as a family was Corsica.
I found it trippy?
Just not trippy, but just where it's kind of had a Frenchy,
well, it's a French island.
Yeah.
But it's kind of one of those places where everyone there doesn't want to like be French.
Yeah, they speak French.
But they have their own sort of culture, kind of like Basque Spanish.
Yeah, because that place has been, because it is, everybody in the world has beaten the shit out of them and taken over it.
All the beautiful places.
I loved it. I read the book about Corsica, and they said everything was cool for the natives. Like when the English came there, basically it's all cool. You could not come within 2 miles of the beach because that's where all the ports were. That's where all the poor people would bring their food down to sell it. 2 miles, they would bring it down, and also all the pretty shit was down there.
Yeah.
So they basically just booted them out and were like, yeah, you hang out at the top of the hill. It's all good. It's all good. A little hot up there.
Right.
Because there's very little water. But I almost fell down the cliff there. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh, you were the one who saved me, I think.
Wow.
I was falling down the cliff.
Nothing I remember.
Go ahead.
I was just going to ask because it feels like we are at that point in our time that, I don't know, is there any other...
I don't know. What the hell is our time? Oh, we've been going close to an hour.
I know. So I was like, do you have anything else?
I'm getting fucking bored.
Yeah, you're boring. I'm kidding. Oh, we are?
Oh, we're about to... Okay, 40 minutes. We're going to keep blabbering for a little while here.
Well, do you want to... I'm like, you still... Questions?
Can for you. I forgot to ask questions, didn't I?
I'm like,
oh, my God.
What's
Good
my
Lord.
interview? My interview is listening to you talk to me, which I've been doing for the last 32 years.
Okay, let's break this thing. Start over again. Hey, welcome back to the Mark Howley Show. Today our guest is Bridget Howley. Pardon me. Start over again. Hey, welcome back. No, it's a little loud, I think. Hey, welcome back to the Mark Howley Show. So glad to have you all back. Bridget's with us. Bridget Moore, by the way. Bridget Howley, really. But anyway, here's Howley, is what it really is. But anyway, she's here with me today to describe some things about her life, which I'm going to ask. What I would ask you, at what age did you start to gain a sense of kind of self, and you had a sense of some kind of a direction in life? Maybe you see something that you said, oh, this is kind of nice for the first time, or this is a little bit of a direction I'm going to start going.
Oh, man. Well, those are like two questions, a sense of self and a sense of direction.
Yeah, whatever. I just made it up.
You just made it up.
Might be too freaking complex.
I mean, I definitely felt, let's see, probably, that's It's like kind of hard to imagine.
It's a show. Could you please get on with it? Trying to drive a little content here.
I mean, I will say that because growing up, you had kind of a rule that we had to be physically active in some way, right? We had to be in like a sport, or if we weren't in a sport, we had to like go to the gym with you or something. And as we both know, not a team sport person.
Soccer hit your head one time and you basically were like, I'm out.
I'm off the fucking field. This is absolutely ridiculous.
I love the time you told me. I said, Bridget, when the ball's out there, it's you and somebody else. You want to get to the ball first. You run. And you were just like, well, why?
Not a competitive person.
There's two of us there. And
there's like a lot of people on the field. Why is it up to me to run after the ball? I'm better at being a voyeur. Okay, I'll just watch creepily from.
So that was really funky because you're my first daughter. I'm like, okay, I don't want to be like the dad who's like, it's like, well, that's okay. We're gonna have to deal with this one. So go ahead, continue.
Well, I was just gonna say, so I was at the YMCA with you and everyone, and that's when I took my first yoga class.
Oh,
and that was kind of how I remember feeling very like, oh, I finally found something that feels really good to do with my body.
Cool.
And just like the message and the teacher and the whole environment, and group fitness is kind of an interesting concept, I think. And I wouldn't consider yoga like fitness in a sense now that I've been doing it for so long, but it was kind of that, I would say now looking back, that was a sense of like direction and self.
Is it okay for dudes to do yoga? Yoga?
Of course.
I just didn't know. I don't know.
It started as a male practice.
What?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. It was developed and created by men.
Guys.
Of course.
I guess that's a new generational thing.
No, that's like thousands of years old.
Well, I got in on it late.
Yeah. Well, no.
But I have gone with you. But go ahead. Continuing on your bad.
I mean, that's just really like the answer is that, around that age, I started to pivot towards that practice and that, sense of passion in that area.
I remember you were doing those ladies where it was like you go do art with a bunch of ladies or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I did art, but that was just fun because you and mom made me do that.
Made you?
Well, you told me like I would have just been fine, like, reading my books and hanging out. But that was really the first time I was able to.
Now, explain to me, I think, what subject did you like the least? What do you mean in school? Yeah.
Oh, well, that was just what did I like the least?
Yeah.
School.
Oh wow, the whole thing.
The whole thing.
Phew, shit.
Mom told me like a little bit ago, and I don't remember this, but she was like, "You used to beg me to homeschool you."
Oh, really?
And I was like, "I did? I don't remember. I did hate school. I was just, oh God, no, did not like school.
I remember
Loved
mathematics.
learning though. That's the thing that I think a lot of kids get trapped in that. They think that if they don't like school, they don't like to learn. And that makes me sad because those are just two separate things. Mm-hmm. They say, you should get your learning done in school, and that's obviously why we're there, right? But I think they can be separated and they get conflated a lot, especially in a child's mind where you think like you're not smart or you don't like to learn because you don't like the school setting.
Would you consider yourself dumb?
No. No. But now that I've gotten...
When did it come to you in your development that you were dumb? Because we knew quite earlier.
No, but I remember feeling that as a kid. And now as an adult, I look back and I realize that distinction is very it's just very clear to me that
You had a hard time with mathematics, as I recall.
Well, yeah, I'm a lit major. Just to that's where my brain goes. It's more,
Okay,
words.
let me ask you, 2 + 2.
5. Did I get it right?
I remember when the kids were really young, when I knew Tatum was smart, like I would be like, Phoebe, something I was coming on and go, wow, that's 2 lights and then 2 cars. And I would hear her back there like, 1, 2, 4.
Aww.
She would just go 4. And I'd be like, yeah, that's right. Phoebe, no idea. Was still just, so I said, what is it? What's the number? She'd just be like,
math is kind of overrated,
6?
honestly, in school. There's obviously, there's a big shift going on. A lot of people are homeschooling and unschooling is a big thing and stuff.
Unschooling? What the fuck?
It's kind of the concept that like what they're teaching you in school is just this regurgitation method, right? It's just like absorbing facts and then spitting them back out, which isn't really education. That's just learning how to like memorize and repeat, which isn't like critical thinking
Our Father, art in
skills.
heaven, hallowed be the name of the kingdom. Upon thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread and forgive us our trespasses.
Thank you for that
That was
prayer.
brain.
Yeah,
I screwed it up,
brainwashing
actually.
you.
I apologize. All right, let's go.
I'm like, you can apologize up there, not to me, but
Sorry,
no, but anyway, it's a big movement now because, you know, there's a feeling that all the time they're spending in school is not really, there's not a lot of learning.
Would you consider that with Esme?
I have considered it. I am still considering it. I haven't really quite figured out what I want to do with her education. I think there's a
Will
point.
you educate her or just allow her to go through the world?
She's going to be a wild animal because we need more of those in the world. So that's my plan.
Like you're going to let her out and you're
Yeah. I'm trying to create a feral human. We don't have enough of them. So, you know, a new version of the Homo sapien. No, I want her to not struggle in some ways that I see kids struggling. And I don't, not to bring this down a notch, but like we're, in Idaho, we've had I think our 5th teen suicide this month, and it's brought a lot of like, you know, fear, and there's a lot of crying out for help for teenagers in our area, and teenage girls specifically are facing a lot of suicide rates. And not to say that has anything to do with like being in school, because I don't want to point any fingers at all. I think it's a multi-layered problem, but it makes you think like I'm trying to figure out what is going on in these settings that could be possibly leading these children to do that. And sometimes I'm like, what are they doing in school anymore? Are they just like on their phones and learning how to like vape e-cigarettes? Like literally what the fuck is going on? They're not dabbing in, well, they probably are dabbing in high school, but they're all vaping.
In 1977, I was getting high, but I was getting high before English class at like 3 days a week. Just high. College.
Yeah. I mean, I think if you're
before a statistics test, you get high. Whoa.
Well,
a little harder than normal.
Like, maybe that's why I'm bad at math. What the fuck?
Did you
bad seed?
Did you do a lot of drugs in
college? Did I do a lot of drugs in high school? No, I did like nothing in high school. College, I went and covered all my bases that I didn't cover in high school. So you're welcome. I took it out of the house.
Cocaine?
Yeah, I've done cocaine.
That's fun.
It's a fun one.
Did you do anything like what would be considered like some sort of psychedelics?
Yeah, gave those a good try.
Acid? Mm-hmm. Ooh, like that. A little scary. A little scary. Little scary. Little, you know, it's like mushrooms were fine.
I actually really liked acid.
Okay. Now that's some insight.
I'm not going to lie. I thought acid was really fun.
That
I will say,
track back to the dumb comment.
I think that psychedelics have a way, though, of like you're forever altered afterwards.
Oh, great.
In a good way.
Great.
In an amazing way.
No, I did. I'm
not a regular user, but like back, I mean, this was 12 years ago now. I think that I tried it for my first time, and it was like a big
cathartic
shift in my mindset.
Yeah, because you see
it
shit.
unlocks some
I love it.
mindset
I loved it.
stuff.
It was a little hard, a little struggle for me to hold the whole thing together. Mirrors. A friend of mine said, don't go to mirrors. And I'm like, why mirrors? So I went in the bathroom, like, oh, fuck, the mirror, you know? Like my face, I'm like, oh, this is not good.
That's like a classic like acid story. I mean, and people are talking more about the benefits of psychedelics. No, not mirrors, but
stay the fuck away from
it's like
them.
always, but they're always like the scary side of things, right? I had just really positive experiences. So
how many times did you do it?
I don't know.
20?
No, God, no.
Yeah, right, that's all fucking.
That's a lot. Yeah, no, just like a few times.
Molly?
I've done Molly. I don't really want to go through like my drug history. That feels a little.
Molly wasn't around when I was a young kid. I hoped it was. I was like, fuck. Why did I get claimed before Molly came out? That's not fair.
It isn't fair.
Do the kids still do mushrooms? Is that what they do?
They're still out there, yeah.
Are they?
They're still doing mushrooms,
the children.
for sure.
That was popular when I was a young man.
I don't think they're going anywhere. I think mushrooms are here to stay.
Mushrooms were controllable.
I don't think any drugs are going anywhere. They're just like, there's just a list that's getting like longer and longer.
They're getting nastier because these guys from Mexico are smart, whoever they are, the cartel guys. They know how to price it. You know, fuck with it. Whatever you have to do, get it to $15 a hit, whatever it is.
Got it.
They're smart. They know the
Yeah, but it's also like really dangerous now.
They don't care if they're getting the cash.
I know. It's really fucked up. I don't like that at all.
It's like my bags. I heard a lot of people, children, ate the bags and died. Did I care?
What are you talking about?
I didn't care. I got my money for the bag.
Well, I mean, okay. I don't even know what to say to that. I'm just like, great, whatever.
That's why I got the Mercedes.
So happy for
it
you.
It all circled back.
Love that for you. Toxic bags made me rich. Like, this is why we hate white men. Okay?
Yeah. Oh, please do. Please
I'm like,
do.
this is the reason.
Well, this is why you hate the guy in the 550 SL.
Yeah. But anyway, I do think it's a bummer because I do believe that some recreational drug use is really healthy.
Oh, fuck. Great.
I do.
Well, I mean, don't know who the audience here is. Maybe 10-year-olds.
What? No, I rate it explicit. Okay. Every episode. So no, it's not going to show up in like unless the parent controls are not well.
We're just waiting
controlled.
for the nod from these guys to stop after an hour because they're probably like, oh, fuck these guys. Are they ever going to shut up? Holy shit. Same stuff over and over and over again.
Well, do you have any closing remarks so we can...
A lot of my remarks tie into complimenting me.
Okay.
Which is a little bit of a problem. So let's say this. Did you enjoy yourself having this conversation with me, your father?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Do you feel like you held back on anything?
A little bit.
Yeah. When?
I don't want to discuss that.
What did you hold back on?
Also not discussing that.
Why did you hold back?
Still not discussing.
Okay. How did you decide?
I am not a bag to be sold.
Lastly, when did you think not to let me know?
Still not discussing.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So can I say in that regard, today I'm not going to get the order.
Today you're not going to get the order.
Okay. I can handle that. But what we've learned is we've gotten over hurdle number one. I got the opportunity to sit in front of you, pester you, and beg. And here's the theory. If I can get the back end down in here 4 or 5 more times, you know what's going to happen?
You can't, don't mumble. I can't understand you.
If I get back in here 4 or 5 more times, you know what's going to happen?
What?
You're going to give me business just because you're fucking sick of me.
I work for you.
It's be like, oh, fuck. Yeah, I actually dragged out the pictures of the kids. I didn't care. All 5 kids. Listen, I'm desperate.
Oh, for your sales,
Absolutely.
You mean?
And I would say to them, listen, which one of these kids should I not feed as a result of getting your order? I mean, I love them all, but I think the little one will go and die sooner.
Tatum.
I didn't want to do that.
Tatum was your baby.
Tatum, but what the fuck am I going to do?
The cute red
he's not giving me a bag order. I need the bag order.
Did you
actually would do that in jest.
Oh my God. In jest.
People loved it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So it was a little more.
I remember this one time, and this is true. I went to Petco to get business, and this woman, Peggy, I can't remember her name, Peggy, but she kind of knew me and got in the funny thing. And I said, am I going to get an order? I mean, am I going to go to my death and never get an order from you, Peggy? Do you really think that's fair? I'm coming in here. I go up that elevator. It smells like dog food. I come up here. I beg you, can't do it for me. So what am I going to do? What if I dance a jig? And she's like, well, that may help. I got up and danced a jig in front of her. I did. I said, Peggy, listen, I'm desperate. I am desperate. Look at me. I'm clothed like shit.
Oh my God.
You know? Look at me.
Pulling your garb.
Underneath here, scabs.
Something.
All sorts of shit.
Oh my God.
Scabies all over me. So I did a jig right in front of her. She gave me an order.
Wow.
She laughed and laughed and laughed and gave me an order. I couldn't believe it.
I mean, I can.
Okay, you want to hear another one?
No,
come on. Okay, ready? I'm in Hawaii, right? And this guy, I keep saying to him, dude, you got to give me, when are we going to ever get an order? This is my big trick. Are we ever going to get an order? And so he's like, maybe. I'm like, Jesus Christ, going to maybe till the day I die. Why can't you just give me an order? You know, kind of joking around because I got to really like him. So one day I call in and I'm like, hey, is JD there? And the girl at the front desk says to me, no, he's not. And I said, is JD in his office? Come on, cut me a break. She says, well, he may be, but he's too busy. And I'm like, okay. I said, listen, I have to make some conclusion. I've been by there. We've had a nice time. I've quoted the business. He and I have had nice conversations, and I'm hopeful that we can get somewhere with this. The only thing I can draw from this is that he simply doesn't like me. That me as a person, he doesn't like.
Who would dare?
Because it just saddens me. that I've done so much work for him and he won't give me this, let me in. Why is that? So she goes, hold on a minute. JD gets on the phone and he's like, Mark, stop being such a pussy. And I'm like, JD, I mean, I don't think you like me. And he,
no, finally not a dick joke in the business world.
And then he says, come,
lovely.
Listen, get in here. Stop it, you little pussy. And I'm like, you can't call me that. It's politically incorrect. He did. That's what he said to me.
I believe it.
So within he gave me an order. You know why? He said, you're being a real ball buster here. And, you stop at last point there in Lahaina where all the fires were.
Oh, wow.
I had 2 customers get completely destroyed. All their crop, everything. I don't care. I'm not in the business anymore. I sent them a text. Who gives a shit? That's what I said. It's just the way I do it.
So
We
actually really wish them well.
I said,
you need to say that just to rebuttal.
to act like I care. Hey, John. Wow. I'm really bummed out about the fire. We don't get fires in Seattle. We get rain. We don't fucking die.
All right. Let's wrap it up.
All right. We're going to wrap it up. Okay. Listen to all the dudes in Maui. I am bummed out for you. That sucks. It really does. It sucks. I love Lahaina. I really did love Lahaina.
I know. It's a beautiful.
It is.
I wanted to move
You were
to
never
Maui.
there.
To Lahaina?
Yeah.
That's where I did all my yoga teacher training. It's out in Maui.
That's when you did that bullshit thing with Bodhisattva fucking thing up at the top of the mountain.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The yoga thing you did way up there with that guy. Oh, he's the world fucking yoga guy.
He was amazing.
Can you send me out there for $3,000? I'll meet the world fucking yoga guy.
I'm like, I paid for it.
And you met, you saw Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
And Owen Wilson.
Yes, I did.
And they said hi to you.
Yeah. Well, they're students of my teacher. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was amazing.
Shocking. 2 men would say hello to 2 cute young girls on the beach.
I know.
Shocking.
I know.
I wonder if it was me there. sheet white. Just sheet white.
No, you definitely wouldn't have gotten the
hair
attention.
on me, just sitting there like, ugh.
Yeah, no.
Hey, what's up, dude? No, it's not happening. Well, listen, okay, this show's getting done. I'm getting sick of talking to it. You're my daughter. We've gone through some questions, but I think predominantly we talked about me.
Yeah, we did. We talked a lot about you.
I love talking about me.
I know you do.
I love it.
I let you do that.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you want to buy anything from me? Mm-mm. Cup?
No. Do you want to give me more money?
Well,
you can think about it.
Go through the questions I taught you. Okay, go through it. Right, like when do you think I could get it? Okay, let's go. When do you think? Let's go to the next one. Why? Mm-hmm. Why? Go ahead.
Why do you think?
I don't think you should get any fucking more money.
I'm not good at sales.
How?
I just want to ask the question and get a yes
How
or no
would you
question.
pay me?
All right.
Pesos. Okay. Number 3. Where
Yen.
would you pay me?
I want
U.S.
yen.
Bank. Number C. How would you pay me? Did I ask that question already? No, that's pesos.
I don't know.
Why would you pay me? Why? Because you're my fucking daughter. You don't do anything.
You're right.
It's a circular economy. I make it, I give it to you, it comes back to me. It's a big circle. The money doesn't
I know, it's
go.
great. It's like the best shape for an economy ever.
It is. Now, okay, listen. I'm done with this shit.
Okay. Well, thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
again,
thank you for coming on. It was
show.
really great to see you. It's Mark Howley Show. And I do hope you'll listen again. It's kind of a shitty guest. We know that. It's just the way it goes when you got nothing to fucking do.
Do,
Yeah.
do. There it is. And then you say, adios.
Adios, brother. Yo pienso tu esto bonita.
Oh. The first compliment I've gotten in an hour.
I barely know what I said.
I said, I think you're pretty.
Let me retract that. All right. Hey, thank you so much. Have a good day. Thanks for tuning in to the Mark Howley Show. Hope you'll join us again.